you're a 7-year-old child. You're about to decide what things you're into, and these things are going to impact you well into your adult years. So firstly, what football team do you want to support? Real Madrid? Barcelona?
I want Chelsea!
Sounds good. Now it's time to decide your favorite NBA team. Which basketball team do you like?
I like the Los Angeles Miami Heat.
That's great. Now, combat sport. There's boxing, there's MMA.
I want to watch WWE.
Now, I always ask you guys to like and subscribe. But when I ask you guys to do that, I'm doing that for me. So now, I'm gonna do something for you. I want you guys to save this video. So anytime you feel like your life sucks, then you can just watch this and be reminded, damn, my life ain't all that. But it's way better than Toby's. This has been the worst sporting week of my entire life. And you know what's ironic? Yesterday, I was talking to my girlfriend. And she said, okay, I was talking to my aunt, okay? And she said, okay, I was talking to the Snapchat bot, fine. Anyways, they said that thing that women always say,
Why do you let sports affect you so much? I'm the greatest of all time.
Now, on one hand, I get very annoyed because women will let a relationship between a rapper and his baby mama affect their mood. But on the other hand, I agree. Why am I letting 11 random bums in blue, a bunch of men in their underwear, and a bunch of grown men who are the average height of 6'6", but have the confidence of a 5'5" twink femboy, ruin my mood? I could literally just not care, right?
Wrong.
I can't stop caring about Chelsea or Miami Heat or WWE. With all these things, I am in a Todd Bowley Blue Co. lifetime contract. Why do I let Chelsea's losses affect my mood so much, despite the fact that I always say that they're crap? I'll tell you why. I've been a fan of Chelsea since I was a child. Really think about that for a second. I have emotionally invested myself in this side even since before my balls dropped. I followed their transfers, I cheered their win, I cry when they lose. This has been going on for most of my life. I essentially have the same emotions for my football club as I do for a family member. And to say that I need to stop caring about Chelsea, it's like me having a family member that's hooked on the big fent. And because me caring about them but seeing their life spiral down clearly hurts me, somebody's advice is, why don't you just stop caring about them? I can't, okay? Although it hurts, I physically can't. So essentially, every time Chelsea play crap, or Miami Heat start tanking, or Triple H produces the worst show you're ever gonna see, I am like that kid on The Simpsons.
Stop! He's already dead!
So, let's break down why this has been the worst week ever for me as a sports fan, starting with Chelsea. And I just want to say, watch the whole video, because even if you're not into NBA or into WWE, the pain that I'm going to exude throughout this video, you are going to understand. Trust me. Yeah, this is the most sad I have ever felt about Chelsea since 6 days ago. Now, I want to bring something to you guys' attention. If you haven't been noticing, Chelsea, as of late, have a very piss-poor record against the top 5 clubs in the Premier League. Sorry, Spurs, you've been revoked. Now, honestly, at this point, it doesn't affect me when we lose to them. I'm numb to losing to Liverpool and Arsenal. Cincy games, they're basically a write-off. But man, there is no team that I hate losing more to than Manchester United. My entire life. Bro, they could beat us for 20 consecutive seasons and it would still pain me more and more each time. I hate losing to them. And it's not because I don't respect them or I don't think that they're good. No, it's just, I just hate them. I hate the way that they walk, the way that they talk. I hate the way that they dress. So how do you think I felt watching Man U versus Chelsea, sitting on the Danny Aaron's chair? Whilst we had 100 shots and got 0 goals, and they had 1 shot and they had 1 goal. It felt like Chelsea were like a couple that's been trying to have a baby, but it just hasn't been working out for them. And Man U are a bunch of teenagers that messed around at a house party and now they have a baby. Every time Subject 49 got the ball yesterday, all I heard was boos. And I was thinking to myself, yo, these Man U fans are booing him loud. Then I was like, no, he's getting booed from both sets of fans. Both Man U and Chelsea hate this prick. 49 made Dalot look like the greatest right back of all time. That was the easiest game of his entire career. But on the other hand, at least Pedro Neto finally had a good game. No, but seriously, we need to ship his ass to Orlando Pirates immediately. Nah, we can't even sell him to another team. I feel like sending Petronetto to another football club is like sending a bomb to somebody's mailbox. And I never want to see Liam Rosinha talk ever again. I simply just cannot respect that guy. He seems like those fathers that have no control over their misbehaved children. Every time I see him talk, I can just imagine Ekbali's hand up his ass. And I see what people are saying. They're saying Chelsea need to start playing well or else Palmer's gonna leave. Maybe Palmer needs to start playing well too. I can excuse the fact that the dude looks like he eats crayons, but dude, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not gonna pretend that he hasn't been playing mid for the last couple of months as well. Like, I don't want to start an agenda because I still love the guy to bits, but we played better when he was out injured. Like, I'm sorry, dude, when you're the best player on the team, you have higher expectations. There's more riding on you, so we need you in these games like this. Anyways, the Blue Co out protest went pretty well, but that's not gonna amount to anything because why would these billionaires sell their cash cow? Firing Rosinha isn't gonna do anything for us because we're just gonna hire another puppet. And slandering these players does nothing for me because I knew they were bad even before they signed their contracts. Yep, being a football fan is doing absolutely nothing for me. Maybe basketball can save me. Ah, Miami. The city that Fabio Foreign can't spell, and the primary location for GTA 6. Psych! There is no GTA 6! If you want Miami, then go play as Inter Miami on EAFC and give EA more of your money. Now, let me simplify how Miami Heat are run towards football fans. They are run exactly like Chelsea. Both are teams that, regardless of how badly they're being run, they still somehow end up in finals. They had great success, especially during the early 2010s. They've both been carried by amazing managers. And last but not least, both of their boards absolutely suck and are too stingy to spend money on actual big players. So why has this been such a terrible week to be a Miami Heat fan? Well, this week has kind of been building up. I need to tell you guys about Miami's actual season. And in the next minute, you are going to understand that this season has been more chaotic than a GTA server. You don't believe me? Okay. So, firstly, our manager Spo, his house got burned down. 2, our point guard, Terry Rozier, got arrested by the FBI. I know y'all that don't follow basketball are now thinking to yourself, damn, is the NBA this wild? We lost 5 times this season to the Orlando Magic, our direct rivals. This is like Chelsea losing twice this season to the worst team in London, which would probably be us. I mean, we did have a little bit of hope. One of our players won the dunk contest, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but our power forward, Bam Adebayo, who usually gets about 20 points a night, but for whatever reason, the basketball gods decided to shine their light on him on a random night, and he dropped 83 points in one game. This is the second most points any basketball player has ever produced in a basketball game in the NBA. Think of all the great basketball players: LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. None of them have gotten this many points in one game. The only person with more points is Wilt Chamberlain, who got 100 points in the 60s. This is like Petronetto scoring 6 goals in one match. Okay, I can't lie. This is good. I mean, we just won the dunk contest. One of our players has just had maybe the best modern NBA performance in history. Things are starting to look up for us. We finished 10th. Which means we didn't make the playoffs, and we're back to the play-ins for the 4th straight season in a row. And that brings us to why this week has been so terrible as a Miami Heat fan. Because for our play-in game to stay in contention to win the NBA championship, we faced the Charlotte Hornets and we lost. That is right, guys. In 1 week, my NBA team got bounced out of the playoffs, didn't even make the playoffs, and my football team are basically out of Champions League contention. Can you guys please like and subscribe so that I can afford some very expensive therapy? And last but not least, we come to WWE. Now, before I even start explaining, I want to address a couple of the Chuckle Brothers that are going to come out in the comments and be like, oh, why do you like WWE? It's fake. Do you want to know what else is fake? 1, your mom's orgasms. And 2, the fight scenes in Daredevil. But guess what? They're still cinema. But WWE fans stay engaged because of the storylines that they produce. Well, we used to, because the storylines have been terrible lately, and the build to Wrestlemania, which is the biggest show of the year, has been absolute cheeks. We have matches being announced 2 weeks before the show, and the most important feud for the WWE title, the main title, between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, 2 guys that have so much history, has instead revolved around a commentator. We also have guys who have been building momentum, losing their titles before WrestleMania. And we have Lil Yachty in a gingerbread costume. Yes, I really said that. And then there's Jelly Roll. Yo, I hate him. I hate Jelly Roll. I could not name one song by the guy, and yet I hate the dude. Because he has ruined two things that I love. One, with wrestling, because he self-inserted himself in the WWE title feud. And two, he produced the worst World Cup song of all time. I'm high and I'm getting higher. And yet, despite me being aware that this buildup has been terrible, I still stayed up until 2 a.m. last night to watch the worst WrestleMania ever. Firstly, the matches have been shorter than Santi Cazorla, bro. Like, listen, these matches should be in double digits, but most of them are under 10 minutes. This is WrestleMania, by the way. And the reason why this is so bad is because the ads and the commercials have been longer than the matches. Most of the time that could have been put into wrestling matches was instead put into showing the stupid documentary by Hulk Hogan and superstars' entrances. This is probably what the World Cup is gonna feel like in America when they're gonna stop matches every 10 minutes to promote Fortnite or some drink that nobody cares about. And then we're gonna have halftime shows that are probably gonna go on for 30 minutes. And last but not least, I had to watch one of my favorites, one of my GOATs, Randy Orton, lose maybe his last chance at winning his 15th world title to Diddy Rhodes. And you know what's the worst part? I'm staying up again tonight for night 2. So yes, this video was recorded before night 2 WrestleMania kicked off. I am hoping that at the very least, Obafemi beat Brock Lesnar. He beat Brock Lesnar, right? But yeah, guys, I had to share my pain. This has been the worst week that I've ever had as a sports fan. Like, usually it's always one thing going bad and the others, you know, they carry me. Everything has gone bad, man. I need something else to look into, man. I might need to start watching the WNBA or something. I might need to start getting into the chess world championship. I don't even know, but, you know, at least I have you guys. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and join the journey. I'm trying to get to 100,000. You guys take care.